Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector,
And my name is G.
and we're here to talk to you about art picks for November 14th's FOC. Now, for those of you who don't know, G and I work for Penguin Random House, and we manage sales into the direct market around the world. So, titles that we talk about in these videos are from the publishers that we represent. Also, we want to mention that aside from this YouTube channel where we post this video, we also have other social medias. So feel free to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram under PRH International Comics. Right? I got it right? Yeah. I
Uh,
sometimes mess it up. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started with our picks for this week. And first off, I wanted to talk about this collected edition that is on this FOC, the X-Men, the animated series, The Further Adventures, stories by Ralph Macchio, comic script by various artists in Marvel. And this actually, so it's like the title says, is the further adventures from what has been in other collected editions. This collects adventures X-Men 1 through 12, and also Adventures of Spider-Man number 3, and material from Spider-Man magazine, several issues of that. And it's just a classic X-Men 90s stories. um, and the animation, I mean, the illustration is in the 90s animation style, which I completely love. I'm a 90s, I was an 80s teen, and I was, so 90s was my 20s, college and all that. So for me, in general, comics and all of that, I grew up with them. But that was the time where I actually had my own money to buy comics and do my own, support my own hobbies. So it's a big decade for me. So and then obviously I love, like everybody who watched it at that time, I love the X-Men animated series, and I love the X-Men. To me, are the best when they're in these classic, sometimes cheesy but very cool adventures, and action packed, obviously, too. So I highly recommend this. That's, the X-Men 90s series is been all over the news because there's going to be an X-Men 97 animated series on Disney Plus next year, because the series ran between 92 and 97. So see, this is sort of like the continuation. And then we'd had a couple of iterations of miniseries of in the comic books of the animated version of the X-Men. So this is just something else for those of you who love this and can collect this. And then I saw also, we'll talk about it when it comes around, but there's also a new omnibus for the X-Men animated 90s comic books coming next year. So next.
Next up is cover picks. So the one that drew my attention this FOC is Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is issue number 3, Raza. I really like it. I think
Yeah.
it's both grim and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
With the Spider-Man in a coffin being dragged away, but this like beautiful light
I
that's like
know.
seeping through, like, but like he's being led away from the light. But
Yeah.
it's a beautiful cover
Dragged through the
image.
desert.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Also, I think
uh-huh.
this is true because I was looking up Raza on
Uh-huh.
like his website. I think it's like on Tumblr or on social media sites. And like I saw him post an image of Gritty, and I think he's in Philadelphia, which I'm very, very close to Philadelphia.
Oh,
So
cool.
yes, supporting a local
Yeah.
here.
So you need to get this cover and carry it with you all the time, just in case you bump
Yeah,
into Rasa one of those times that you
yeah.
go to Philly.
And if you
Yeah.
didn't know who Gritty is the mascot for the hockey,
Yeah.
the Flyers. So
Oh yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also, I wanted to mention, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm sure G did, but I'm talking to everybody else. I don't know if you noticed, there's spider webs on the coffin too,
Yeah, yeah,
which
there's
is very
spider
cool.
webs. I really like it. Even the way that the rope is kind of splayed
Yeah.
out, it looks like webbing a little bit.
Yeah, at first I thought,
Mhm.
oh, are they crossing over with Alien because it looks like the little alien before it gets into you. So that little spider thing that attaches to your face. But that was just me. Cool. Next is one of my picks is Moon Knight 18. This is the hot variant. Is a 1 in 25. And you have here Moon Knight and you have Tigra. It's sort of on a hill in a cemetery with skeletons or zombies or something. And it's truly very, very creepy, uh, but very beautiful too. I love the tones and the colors on this, and the shades and highlights on it. It's the reason why we don't go into graveyards at night. But it's very, very cool cover. Very Moon Knight too. I love how his cape kind of flows up and it's right behind the title also. And I love how Tiger looks so powerful and menacing, and her tail kind of, you know, kind of extends behind her. It's all very, very, very cool. I really like this one.
Mhm. And this is, I love it. This is
Yeah.
She-Hulk issue number 9. This is the Dodson variant, which is a 1 in 25. And I just like how playful this is.
Yeah. It's
Like
very She-Hulk.
and very She-Hulk, like being wrapped around this steel beam,
Yeah.
capturing these folks, but like I can't read what's on the little text that she's handing on
I
out
think
on
it's
that
her,
card.
isn't her card?
Her
So
card.
maybe she's like, I caught you guys, but you're gonna need a lawyer, so
Yeah.
here.
If you need to be
Which is
represented.
amazing. Exactly.
I love the shoes, by the
Yeah.
way. I just love it.
And I love the image itself. It's so beautiful. And then on top of that, I love the background and the treatment that was given to the background. It's so very cool because it makes it look very classic too at the same time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love it. Sorry, I'm commenting on every cover, and I told you before we started recording, I love, absolutely love all the covers this week. So I'm
We
sorry,
both
I love
picked.
my
It's
picks
really
and her picks. So, so next one is New Mutants 33 Aspinall variant. This is one of my favorite groups in the X Men, New Mutants, and I love seeing them like this. And this is another one where the background also gave it sort of a classic treatment, sort of a Norman Rockwell kind of look. But I love that the New Mutants, they're just hanging out on their dorm. You
bunk
know, my
bed,
yeah,
short box.
Magic obviously is like trying to get out through the window. It's kind of after curfew, trying to just go out. And then you see, I mean, it's just everything from characters on the floor, on the phone, other characters reading comics, hanging out. You got the bunk beds, you got the poster on the wall. It's all perfect, and it reminds me of dorm life, which I miss so much. But this is very, very cool. Yep.
Okay, and my next pick is Timeless, issue number 1. This is the 2022 Carnero variant. I just like it's like this unique headshot that's
Mm-hmm.
also like a clockwork
Yeah.
Kong. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
You could even see the gears behind
Yeah.
with like various other characters sort of sprinkled in there. It's just a very beautiful like headshot in a way.
Yeah.
Done in a very unique way that makes sense with the title, which I really like.
Yeah. Not gonna comment again. I also love it. I have many, many comments I can make, but just take a look at the picture and you'll see it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Next one is Star Wars Yoda 2, the Bengal variant, and 1 in 25. This is such a beautiful. animation kind of looking, or it's a very Disney looking cover. And obviously, G knows, and if you guys have listened to those videos before, you know that I absolutely love Star Wars. And this is such a great interpretation of Yoda. And he's so peaceful, just floating and making some, you know, Yoda music, probably reminiscing on living in the swamp or whatever it is he was living before he was in the Jedi Council. But also the calmness of space behind him. It's very, very cool. The art is beautiful, and the concept is just incredible too.
I even like the reflection. You can see a reflection
Yeah.
in the window.
And that's the thing, that it has so much detail to it too, even though it looks a little bit, I'm not going to say cartoony, more like animation style, but it has so much detail from the reflection to the shade, to the shadow below, and everything. It's so cool. Very, very cool.
All right, my next pick, Captain America, Symbol of Truth, issue number 8. This is the Harvey variant. It looks like a painting.
Yes,
That's why I like
it is
it.
a
It just
painting. Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. It looks like you could see with the background the way that it's like if you're looking at it like up close here. It's very stunning. If Sam Wilson on top of this peak with the falcon in the background, even like that
And Red Wing.
crescent
Yeah,
moon that's showing in the back there, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I really like it.
yeah. I love all of it too. And Red Wing looks so awesome. Like, coming
It's
for you.
such a it's such it's such a how do I say like this cover makes sense with the title.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I really like it
it
in a good
looks
way.
it looks
Like,
like a very, like a
it looks
true, like a
American,
true
like
symbol of truth, and true
y
symbol of like
like, it's very patriotic.
it radiates patriotic. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Patriotism. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure. Next one is mine. It's Exterminators 4 by Jagawa variant. Sorry. And this has the four exterminators here hanging out, and they have Polaroids, and they also have like photo booth pictures. And I love the last one where you see, I'm sorry, I don't know what character is that, but kind of picking the villain in the background on the last picture on the bottom. Uh, so it's very cool, but you do have Boom Boom, and you have Wolverine, and you have Dazzler and Jubilee just hanging out. Maybe they had like a girls' night out, and maybe it went a little bit crazy. Obviously, I love the covers the what Jagawa does. We saw a couple of that Jagawa did, that they did for the X-Men. Sorry, Wolverine. This X Death of Wolverine, X Lives of Wolverine, and they're like anime style is what they were called, and they were really cool. And they do not just beautiful art, but also very cool different concepts for their art. I love that I just noticed there's a couple of pistachios on there too.
Pistachios.
I didn't
I
notice them
like that
before.
a lot because, like, they were clearly in the Polaroid in the
Yeah.
back, like, they were clearly probably drinking beer and eating pistachios as,
Yeah.
like, a little and this is, like, the after
Yeah, you
the
can see
afterwards, like, the
it's
remnants of
I know you see Dazzler kind of stacking the cans, and then you also see that Jubilee she
is,
can't
like,
no
out.
more. She's on the table. Awesome. It's so awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then that's it for our picks. And we always end up with a little bit of news. And the news this week just came out. The time that I got Reincarnated as a slime, third season has been confirmed. Right now, there was this week the premiere for the movie. And that movie is going to make its round in Japan. I believe it's in December, and next year sometime it's going to be around the world, and several places around the world. but everybody has been expecting also this announcement for a second season, and just in time this December we get the season one part two manga box set. But obviously we have all of it through, I think, obviously until I think season three available. But this is one of my favorite uh, animes, mangas, isekai, especially. And it's and one of the reasons why it's one of the favorite isekais of everybody is because it takes the classic formula, but it goes a little bit beyond. And the characters are so cool, and some of them are very different from what we see in other isekais. So, highly recommended, and I'm really excited about the announcement for the third season for sure. And that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Like I mentioned before, we posting this on YouTube, but we also have our social medias, and there will be links to our social media on the description of this video. If you like our video, please like and also comment, and make sure to come back next week for another one. Take care. Thank you.